Chess.
Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.
So let's just say that I make my own simulation.
GOAD Podcast. GOAD Podcast, right here.
GOAD Podcast.
We're live.
Yes.
We're live twice.
We're live twice.
If you were here 2 minutes ago, you got a brief look at my new radio announcing voice. Ha.
Yeah. That's pretty good, though.
You guys got to get here
You know who
early.
you sound like? Randy the Macho Man Savage?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We also got a chess set, but he's not down.
Snap into it. I can't play chess and talk.
That's funny.
I can play chess and smoke cigars. Good at that. Better at smoking cigars than I am at chess.
Oh, okay.
But I like the two together.
I love just playing chess.
Yeah, well, that is good for you.
It's very tempting. The reason why I brought it out is because I'm in needs for some significance.
No.
Yeah.
Everybody is.
Well, I mean, I like chess.
And so the way that you're going to get significance
It's
is
if I beat
by
you.
pounding on other people.
Yeah.
There are positive and negative ways to get it. That is for sure. And
That's one of those weird ways.
uh-huh.
Yeah. But anyways, I just love the game chess.
Why?
I don't know.
When did you learn how to play it? Your dad teach you?
No. Actually, my first time playing, I forgot what grade I was in, but it was sometime in junior high where I forgot what class it was, but we were starting to learn how to play chess.
Yeah.
Like I was going to get in the chess club and all that. And that's when I just fell in love with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing chess in when the LA riots were going on in 1991 or 2 or
No
whatever
way.
it was. Yeah. Yep. I was tweaking balls. I was tweaking so hard. Then we had just got done doing a bunch of blow, and we were like, what are we going to do now? Well, let's play chess. Let's play literally the slowest game you can possibly play when you're tweaking.
I had a lot of those nights. And a
So
lot of
dumb.
those nights sometimes were just playing myself
So dumb.
because nobody else wanted to play. That's what I feel like I need to do now.
Oh, yeah. That's what. Is this causing you to stumble to be here right here?
No, just kidding.
I need to play chess.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, chess is a great game. I don't know who taught me how to play chess or why I play chess on my phone sometimes, but I'm just not that in. I like it. I don't like losing at it. Although
Oh.
I'm really good at that.
You.
Yeah, I get my significance that way
Oh man, that's so funny.
by
By losing.
being really bad.
That's how you're known.
I like to
Hey,
open.
if you always want to beat someone, just play Jake. That's it.
I like the.
If you want to feel significance in your life, just go play Jake.
I like opening. My favorite opening in chess is the Ethiopian eunuch opening. You've never heard of it, right? Because most of the openings are named after Russian people. Because
Yeah.
Russians are
That's
great at this
their
game.
game.
This is their game.
It's their game.
But the Ethiopian eunuch opening ignores pawns altogether and just jumps out there.
Okay.
Assassinated immediately.
That's funny. You could fool somebody kind of that way if it's your first time like playing,
There are openings.
especially when you
Here he goes.
when you go out that way.
Yeah, when you go out that way.
It's like
I mean-
what are they thinking? Like
Not thinking anything. You're just trying to.
trying to win.
That you know what that is? That's when you're playing somebody who knows all the typical openings,
Right.
and you're deciding. I think I can.
right,
throw you
exactly.
off a
Yeah,
little.
yeah.
And then, but the good chess player is not going to fall for it.
Oh no way.
They're just going to try to
Go
take the
with
middle.
flow. All I had to do is take that one out.
That's all. Well, that's easy to say from back here.
Yeah.
He's looking at the king, going, "Well, all I gotta do is take that dude out." Like, there are a number of
man.
steps. I got a buddy
That's
of
so
mine. My
funny.
buddy learned how to play chess with his dad. His dad was a super cool guy, And so he routinely beat me. Every time. Except one night. LA riots. Boom. Not even trying hard. 4 moves got him in checkmate. 4 moves by accident. So good.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so good.
That's so funny. Yeah, I used to play with machines and stuff like that. Like I had a friend who
Machines?
had a chessboard, but you're playing like a computer. So you would move, and then it would make a move, but you would have to move its pieces to the spot.
So you must play it on your phone then.
I don't.
What?
I
Why
play
not?
I play some people on Game Pigeon on on my iPad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I play people that way.
Dude, that's the way to go. I mean, if you like chess that much, there's tons of people you can play with that'll beat you down.
I know. I'm thinking about streaming, just playing for like 24 hours.
Okay. Why? I have to ask why. Because
sometimes people get money doing it.
Oh, okay. Just streaming.
Just streaming.
There'd be like the old man version of Twitch. Hey, rook to
That would be so funny.
rook to knight 3-5.
Dude, what about this heat?
The heat, man? If you can't stand the heat. No, I'm just kidding. It's
I
bacon
can't-
in here. It's like an oven. I feel like we
Yeah.
just got kidnapped by some chick that lives in a gingerbread house. She won't let us go.
Oh man, yeah. Go in here really quick.
Come in here, this gigantic oven.
Jinx. Yummy soda.
I'll get you a kombucha.
No, a soda.
Why you hate the booch? It's the worst name for a drink ever. I don't know who created this fermented whatever weird drink this is, but they shouldn't. At first approval, somebody said, hey, I got this idea for a drink. I'm going to liquefy. I'm going to basically take kimchi and make it liquid and then add other flavors so it's at least relatively palatable.
And then just let it sit for
Yeah,
a
I'm
long
going to let
time.
it sit, and it's good for you, right? And here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, dude, I want to call it... Well, hey, what's it called? I think I want to call it kombucha. And you would look at me just like that and go, you're effing crazy, bro. There ain't nobody going to buy kombucha.
And it's a hit now.
Stupid.
They got people with carts that sell it on their little cart. Mm-hmm. That's so funny.
It's because it's a scam. You can't tell how many live probiotic bacteria there are in here. It's just a placebo. This is
Then why are you drinking it?
because I'm a fan of placebo.
You should just drink straight up that apple cider vinegar.
Dude, Abby will do that from time to time when she's getting sick.
Really?
Yeah, she'll do a shot.
that's
She's bold.
So nasty.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Ugh.
good for you, but it's like, placebo's real.
Just the smell of it makes me want to throw up.
Like they had, there's one study for placebo where they gave doctors these pills, told the doctors these were a stimulant that were designed for this particular whatever. They went in, prescribed it. The people who took it, just about everybody that took it, got energy,
Yeah.
were hyped up, woo, talking off the walls probably. You know how that goes.
Or got the talker shutting up.
They got the talker, and then after the study was over, revealed that it was a sedative.
It's all in the mind.
It's all in the mind, man.
It's all
in the mind.
Yep, it's making my stomach feel better as I
Uh-huh.
think about it.
Dude, that's science. So I'm going with the science, and I'm believing kombucha.
Dude, that's a great commercial. You should make a commercial for that.
Hit me up, kombucha.
It's for that specific company, too. What company is it?
Simply Truth Organic.
Wow.
Come get you the booch. That sounds nasty.
Yeah, and I'm sure it tastes nasty.
Yo, homie, what you doing tonight? I'm gonna go get me a booch.
A booch.
You know some booch? You know where I can score some booch? Hi.
Oh, man.
You want none of that booch?
It reminds me of what the prisoners say, hooch.
Hooch. Little bread, little
The
sugar.
hooch. You got
Yeah.
the bag of hooch.
Yeah, man, you can get wide on a bag of hooch.
Yeah, but it's so bad for you. You could go blind also.
For sure. I was inside with some Crips who made some bomb hooch. It's rare that you get to party with the Crips inside, but your boy. Crips like me, like lesbians like me. I think they can tell I grew up in their...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know, I carry something.
You got the card?
I got the card.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got the card.
So they go, hey, Jake, you want some of this booch? I'm like,
Hooch?
hooch?
Booch. You're so funny.
I'm like, man, you going to rape me after? Don't.
That's
I can't
sick.
drink that, dude. I'm not going to drink that. I just got here.
So, when in your life have you ever felt the need for significance?
I'm glad you brought that up. Because everybody has the need for significance. It's a
Yes.
scientific fact. It's about petting, nurturing. It's about getting credit for something that you're good at. And it's about feeling that significance. People do it all the time.
So you want to be known as something that...
Maybe, or you want the credit for doing something really great.
Yeah,
Right? So, or get attention for something that is... So you could do it positive or negative.
Right, exactly. So like I was explaining today how I want to play because that's how it makes me feel significant, that I would beat you.
Sure. Yeah. Right. And then there's that because you'd beat me. That makes you feel good, makes you feel significant.
Yeah.
That's not altogether a bad way to do it. There's people who want to reach out and feel significant, and they do so by physical harm.
Oh, yeah.
They know.
There was a shooting just recently in Orange, wasn't there?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday. March 31st.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on when you're listening to this.
Yes. That was crazy.
Was that... Well, that's one way to get significance, right?
Yeah.
If you're a loser, nothing going on, and nobody's petting you and nobody's giving you credit, you're not good at anything. Surefire way to feel significant is by taking other people out.
Yeah. It was he got fired from the company 6 weeks ago, right? I read a little story.
I know nothing about it.
He got fired from a company, and then within that 6 weeks, he just went crazy and went back to that company and shot it up.
Something tells me he was crazy already.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a reason why he left. I mean, they fired him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, now he's known as someone who killed many people.
How many? Did people die?
Yeah.
How many?
A child died, I think, also. Yeah.
In Orange. That's so close to us, too.
That's really close.
Yeah. So, what is he used a gun?
Yeah, he was packing, dude. He had like 3 guns. He had a shotgun, an assault rifle, and like a handgun, I think.
Nice. So an AR probably, because that's common.
He got in a shootout, dude. It was
What?
a shootout.
Stop it.
Yes.
I know nothing about. I saw it on Twitter. That's it. That's as far as I took it.
I just saw it today. I didn't know it
Wow.
happened. Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't know it happened, and I thought it was pretty crazy, the story that I read.
Straight up shootout in Orange.
In Orange.
If you want to feel significant, that is one way to do it.
Not a good way.
No.
I don't approve of it. But yeah, now he's known as a child killer, murderer. It's so sad.
You got to be known for something.
Multiple people shot and hurt. And then I think it was 6 people that died or something like that.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's so sad.
That's sad.
That's
but it's,
really close to home.
If you grow up in a house with nobody giving you credit, nobody pouring life into you,
Right.
and you're in the need for it, that's why gangs are so popular.
Yeah. I mean, I could attest to that.
Yeah. You join a gang, you feel significant, right? People are afraid of you.
Or even any type of, excuse me, people group.
Sure.
Like the goths. Or you got the rockers. And you got the metalheads.
Any like subculture.
Yeah. Anything like that. People, that's what I was struggling with for a very long time because I didn't know which group I fit in.
You fat in? That's the past tense
That's
for
the
fit.
past tense for fit. to
What's
fit
the
in.
past tense for fit?
So I went from different I ended up with the gangs and stuff because I wasn't, I couldn't go with the popular group. I couldn't go with the rich kids because I was unpopular Mexican kid,
Sure.
And then I just didn't really like the rocker scene at the moment, and then I hung cool kids, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then, just straight gangs.
Sure.
Beat up people, hurt people, steal stuff, sell drugs.
How significant do you feel if you walk into a place and people are afraid of you?
Yeah, exactly. Or you're known, right?
Yeah. You're known. I mean, it is an embedded, deep, coded in the DNA, something people long for.
Yes.
And so that's that's one thing when you run a business. You have to, especially remote business. Like our business is pretty remote. Like we have an office in Corona, but all of our tax and salespeople are out in the world, driving around everywhere all day. So it's not like they have a team that's close by, nobody really near to say, oh man, hey, good job, hey, this and that, blah, 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 blah. You don't get that, so you can get all isolated out there by yourself. And if you get isolated out there by yourself, you start telling yourself stories. They don't like me. This job sucks.
Right. Then you start getting insecure about yourself. Insecurity.
Right.
Insecurity and significance, I think.
Sure.
Man, if you don't get the significance you feel like you need, it's just going to turn into insecurity.
Right. And then you'll find a way to get it.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's your drive. That'll be your drive now. Not just being known for your integrity, but being known by something that I want to do.
Right.
So I could be known for it. Even making things up.
Sure.
And that's when lies come into play.
Oh, yeah.
And then denial comes into play. It could be that deep.
It can be that deep because then you go into that denial, or you go into doing some weird, shady things, right? Telling yourself stories when you're by yourself because you're not getting enough attention from the people who are above you. And then you start doing weird stuff to try to get attention.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it's really corrupting, people's consciences will only take so much before they start feeling guilty for not doing what they know they're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so once their conscience starts feeling guilty and messed up, they start looking for reasons to blame you now.
Yes.
You're the reason this is happening. You're the reason I fell through the ceiling. You're the reason the customer didn't get the treatment. This company sucks. You didn't do this. You're like, what was I supposed to do? I'm over here doing my job, bro. You're right? And then you go, oh, wait, dumbass. My job is to encourage you. That is technically my job, right? As a manager, as an owner, I got my responsibilities that I need to do to build the business.
CEO.
CEO. Oh, and then the responsibilities to go alongside my team and go, hey, killer job, dude. Check this out. Do that. Blah blah blah. Oh, that was great. Help them understand how significant they are in their role because they do important work.
Yeah, they
My
do.
guys are good. My guys are good. They do important work, and it's up to me and it's up to Jeff. What up, Jeff?
I haven't seen who's watching it.
Jeff might be watching. Halo Home Services. Termites Pest Control. While we're talking about it, by the way. And, shameless plug. All 900 people watching. So, but that's the job of the CEO, of the leadership, of management, to go behind or go beyond, aside your guys and acknowledge the good work they're doing. Because if you don't do that, which is easy to do, and it feels good.
Well, the Bible says something about that.
Such as?
What is it? Colossians, masters, treat your, I'm going to say it's slaves.
Servants.
Servants. Mm-hmm. Here, let me look for it. But it says, bond servants, work is hardly unto the Lord, is not unto man. As people pleasers and eye service and masters. Yeah. Let me look for it.
Yeah, treat them with love, treat them with there's actually a spiritual gift called the gift of encouragement, which is everybody has the ability to encourage, but there are certain people that just have a gift for it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And when they show up, and you should show up with your teammates like that, man. Hey, yeah, you want to tell them where they can improve and what they could do better. All those things. All those things are important. But you also need to tell them what good job they are doing. Help them refocus and recenter their minds on the task and the mission in front of them.
Yeah.
You know, we save houses. The meeting we had last week, we've been reorienting their minds all year, which is we save houses. It's not about the money. They pay us good money to treat their house for termites. Not just killing bugs. You're not just killing bugs.
Right.
You're saving houses and you're protecting homeowners. Mm-hmm. That's a big responsibility.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I hope they get it.
So here it is, Colossians chapter 4, verse 1. Masters, give your bondservants what is just and fair, knowing that you also have a master in heaven.
Boom.
Bam.
That's right. Encouragement, significance.
Biblical.
They'll find a way, man. I've had guys that were like,
Kind of nuts.
dude, crazy.
Yeah, straight up craze.
Yeah. And you know what some of them are doing? They're doing, shenanigans behind the scenes, right? They're smiling to your face, doing shenanigans behind the scenes, and then sitting around with co-workers or friends talking about how stupid everybody is, because that's where they're getting their significance.
Right. The
Right?
gossiper.
Yeah, they're gonna get it somewhere. The gossiper. That's a good one.
Man.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want to be known for. Like, oh, you got to come to me for all the information.
Mhm, I'm in the know.
Yep, those people.
Yeah. That's actually an important point.
The drug dealer.
The drug dealer, the gangbanger,
The gangbanger.
the person who's addicted to sex or addicted to.
Those people when you go into jail and the house isn't being run right and you just go straight up to the guy and just take the position.
Yeah.
I mean,
You just take his job.
give me the keys, bro. I mean, people do that because they don't. They want to feel like they're running the house.
Sure.
So, yeah,
I can do this, man. I'm meant for this.
Yeah, exactly. I was here already. Now I'm back.
Right. I was here. Well, in your world, because you're working with a lot of overcomers, kind of drug addicts and alcoholics and that kind of thing.
Yeah, or people just with problems, codependency
Issues.
Yeah, same-sex attraction, like anything.
Sure. And it's the codependency issues sometimes that are reflected in that need to feel significant.
Right.
Because I don't feel significant on my own. I need to come to you. Hey, man, are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? Right? It's like I'm trying to pull a compliment or something out of you that just says, no, bro, you're great. As a codependency is one of those. It's a great one.
Right. It really messes. My mom was a codependent to my dad for a long time,
Right.
and it damages their life. Mm-hmm. It drives them to depression. It's like giving someone who you know is going to die from crack and handing them a crack pipe.
Sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and in some of those cases, it's I feel significant myself by giving you the crack.
Right.
Because I helped you, right?
Right.
Oh man, I'm your savior. And you feel significant in a negative way because you asked for it, you were helpless.
Yeah.
Somebody cared enough to help you.
Man, that's crazy,
Right?
huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a problem, but it could also be a good thing. That's the whole thing about it, the need for it. Like where's your will and where's your drive?
Right.
Like, what do you really need to be known for?
What is your motivation?
Yes.
Because you can fulfill that. You can be significant in positive ways.
Very positive ways.
You can, and to the extent that you can replace the negative fulfillment of significance with a positive fulfillment, your life will be 100-fold better.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know, you go from being all needy and asking for compliments and doing things that beg for that, to just going out and being selfless and feeding hungry people.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
visiting sick kids in the hospital.
Yeah. I mean,
Get it that way.
yeah. I mean, that's basically what happens when you give your heart to the Lord, because before it's like it's all about me
Sure.
and what I can get. Right. But then once you give your heart to the Lord, then it's like, but now it's not what I want anymore. It's what he wants me to do.
Right.
So, I mean, that's the positive thing. And then all you want to do is just serve the Lord, right? In any way possible. You know, reading his word and just sharing it with people about what the Lord revealed to you in that. I mean, that could be very encouraging right there. I mean, watching a brand new believer just turn their life around.
Oh, yeah.
And then shooting for the Lord, you know, like, that's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
That's when you can really say, you know, beautiful are the feet of those who preach the gospel.
Right.
Because they're just on fire. But they need training, because I remember me, I just wanted to tell everybody they're going to go to hell.
Sure.
Right? I mean, I'm sure everybody goes through that kind of in a way.
Yeah.
But, you know, but then you get better at it.
Yeah, I think as you develop love,
Yeah.
you know, which is another obvious, you know, essential human characteristic. But I mean, as you develop that, then you can, you know, then you learn how to not be so turny and burny.
Right.
You know, which has its place, by the way. I'm not crapping on it altogether. I mean, all you turn and burn preachers out there, God bless you, man. I mean, look, there's a place for it.
Right.
It's just not every single week. Do you know what I mean? Like,
That's their need for their significance.
thank you. That's what I was thinking, because right, it's like I often think that the pastor who supposedly has it all together, and if you're young and in the Lord, you look to that guy like, this guy's got it worked out.
Yeah.
He's got it together, and most of them do. About as much as the rest of us, for the most part, which
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. There's no difference.
There's no difference, but it's, you know, when guys are like that, and then they
anything-
preach that message every single week, and then tell people you're worthless, you're wretched, you're nothing but a sinner, you're just a mess, and it's like, I get it, dude, I get it, but make sure you're not preaching that message to make yourself feel better,
Right.
right? Like, you're like, oh yeah, you guys are nothing but wretches. Inside your own mind, you know you're addicted to porn and all kinds of weird stuff, right? So you're just like, yeah, if I can make you feel bad, then I don't have to feel bad about my stuff.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, the Lord
You know?
showed me this.
Yeah, the Lord showed me this. 80% of the men in this room are addicted to porn. You're like, hey, duh. 80% of the guys in just about any room are
Addicted to porn one way or another.
maybe not even addicted to porn, but they say, you know, those just stuff like, I have a feeling, you know, 80-90% of the men in this room have a problem looking at women.
Oh,
And like, oh, well, that's low-hanging fruit. I mean, it's look right, and so then
those are the statistics.
yeah. Or then, you know, he preaches that fire message, and then the people go, hey, man, thanks a lot, man. I need to hear that. And he gets his significance from that.
Right.
Instead of getting your significance from God. Because, look, originally, God's the one that made us and programmed us for this need.
Yeah.
Now we're to get the need from him.
Yes.
Right? He's the one that said, I made you in my image. You come to Christ. You are co-heirs with him, seated at the right hand of the throne. Like, what?
I know. Exciting. That's so exciting news. Like,
Yeah.
Let's go, Lord.
Yeah, right?
Let's go.
Romans 8, where he talks about, and all of creation awaits for the rising up of the sons of God. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh my, that's significant, bro.
That is so significant.
Significant.
That's what I want right there.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
For the glory of the Lord, you know, it's like you just see it and you're like, okay, that's, so there's nothing wrong with the need for it.
Right.
It's normal. But you need to make sure that you're fulfilling that in positive, healthy ways.
Yeah. I mean, you know, just like we need our significance from him, He gives us that drive and that power to go be just like him, right? And to be just like him for other people. But of course, I'm not God. I'm still a man. And I know that's what the Lord wants for me, and that's very significant. Like, everything that he does, everything that he shows, everything that he pours out upon you, it's showing his significance towards you. Mm-hmm. The gifts that he pours out on you.
Right.
And then you're able to practice those gifts. And then some people might see you as someone that's significant. Like, hey, this guy's a really cool person. I want what he has,
Sure.
And then that's when it's like, here, this is what I have. John 3:16. That's what I got.
Right, that's all I got.
Right? So that's pretty significant right there. And then knowing that someone got saved and, going to heaven, the heavens rejoice and then you were a part of that.
Right. Well, that's ultimately the significance too, is the idea that being made in the image of God, being created to reflect the glory of God, is a responsibility. That's like, there's no...
Yeah.
Somebody comes to you and they go, oh man, thank you so much for what you did. And you can point that back and go, God put me in the right time, right place, bro.
Yeah.
It's all good.
All good.
And then God, is reflected more accurately through us. And that's a big responsibility. But if you can reflect it that way, get your significance fulfilled that way, it's good for you. It's good for people around you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know when it's not good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you're trying to get your significance in a negative way, it might feel good, but it's not good for you, and it's not good for the people around you.
Yeah.
If it doesn't meet those two criteria, then you probably shouldn't do it.
Right? Yeah. Then you're just doing it out of pride.
Yeah, and you're just doing it because it feels good. Mm-hmm. Which is the basis of all reasons to do anything.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, well I did it because it feels good. You're like, a lot of things feel good. Doesn't mean you should do them.
Yeah, sometimes I guess people's feelings could even deceive them.
Oh sure.
And just that weird, my mind just went blank. But yeah, someone's emotions, someone's feelings can actually be something negative. Because, just look at the world right now. Look at this guy that just shot up a place. His emotions and his feelings drove him to that place of, I need to do something about this because they hurt me.
Right.
So now I need to hurt them.
Them and the people around them.
And the people around them. So it could be a very deceiving thing if you're relying on your own feelings and your own emotions.
Yeah.
You can drive yourself to very dark places.
For sure. You tell yourself the stories.
Yeah, exactly. In your own head. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing. Mental illness is...
It's for real.
It's for real. And, mental illness and the feeling, the need of significance in that type of way, being driven by your emotions and your feelings, and then that's what it drives someone to.
For sure.
And even to a shootout. And I think they killed... I'm sure they killed the guy.
Right?
That's what he's known for.
That's it. Yeah,
and that's sad.
It's a shame.
It is a shame.
Yeah, that's a shame that anytime you start a sentence with, I'll show them,
yeah,
you're really reaching for significance in a negative way.
Definitely.
Right? You're like, I'll show them. You start compiling all your bullets and your landmines or whatever you got in your arsenal, and you're like, I'll show them. You're like, okay, you're already off to a bad start, dude.
Right. At that point, it's premeditated.
Yeah.
And you're probably already starting to think of the plan and how to execute.
Right. Yeah, you're already thinking about it. If they fire, he's probably been thinking about it for a long time, though.
Yeah, that too. And then he just had it.
If they fire me, this is what I'm going to do. Right?
Right.
It's like they're not giving him, let's pretend that it's bad management, because we don't know. But let's pretend it's bad management. They don't give him the credit. They don't give him the hoorahs and the pets and the significance.
Colossians 4:1.
Right? They don't honor him.
Yeah.
With the significance that he should have for doing his job if he's doing his job well. Fairness. Right? So then he's telling himself stories, blah, 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 blah. Probably the only time his boss calls him is when something bad's happening.
I know, right?
Hey, look, Jim. Judy over at the Sacramento office called us, and she said that you called her a dog.
Oh, wow.
Or whatever.
Right.
I didn't call her a dog. Well, I mean, maybe not dog, but she said you made some barking sound.
You're making this place a hostile work environment.
Yes, you're making this. And maybe he is.
Right?
But maybe he is because he wants somebody to put their arm around him and go, look, bro, you're doing a great job.
Right.
Right? He's going to find the significance somehow. You can't starve significance. It's a human need. People need to have it. And so if you think you're going to try to suffocate it out or not give it to the people that work under you or work around you, if you're going to totally be, well, I'm not going to give him compliments. His compliments should be the work that he's doing. His work should be the compliment. Like, a kind word wouldn't hurt.
Right. Exactly.
It might just save your life long term. You don't know what kind of crazy ass people you're working around.
Right. I mean, just think of it.
And look, he was probably a nice guy, but you wouldn't hang out with him on the side job.
Right.
You wouldn't hang out with him at the bar or you probably wouldn't go frisbee golf with him.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Whatever. So it's like, we've all known guys like that where they're nice at work and they're cordial, but you wouldn't hang out with them.
Right.
You're like, they're just not your type.
Right. And yeah.
And so if you treat them like they're not your type when you're at work, just don't be surprised if he comes in one day after he gets fired. I mean, that's not an excuse. Look, save your life and everybody else's life. Compliment a brother once in a while. Damn.
Yeah, you can really destroy somebody. No.
Yeah.
I mean, but then, have you ever met those people who suppress it?
Suppress
the need for significance.
Oh, sure. Like false modesty or something. No, it's okay. No, I'm fine.
Right.
But that's the way they get significance.
And that's the way they get significance, right?
Yeah.
By pushing everything away. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, but sometimes those people who are just like straight up no drive, who are just sitting at their desk and just, doing their whole routine and, it's always like, yeah, this is what I do. This is what it is. I don't need to be known as anybody. Mm-hmm. But then are that person who,
right?
who's, known as the guy that suppresses himself.
Yeah. You're
really damaging yourself that way.
You're going to get it. I mean, you're going to find a way to. That's funny.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, oh, yeah. It's like. That's when you go, yeah, I'm the most humble man in the world. I don't really need anything from anybody.
But that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm the most humble guy I know.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the most. Yeah, I'm the most humble guy I know. I don't need your accolades.
Oh,
your
man.
bonuses. I don't need your job. I'm completely self-sufficient. Like you are. You're a competent individual.
Yeah, that pride is going to get you in a lot of bad places there, brother.
So, yeah, you're going to be significant, though, right?
Yeah, as that guy that's always,
How significant is the guy that goes, I can drink?
What do you call him? Pacifist?
Oh, yeah, pacifist? Oh, yeah, I'm a good pacifist. I'm the best pacifist.
Best pacifist.
I would beat you at chess, but I don't fight wars of any kind.
Okay, then we can just play chess.
You're too kind. You're just too kind of a guy.
Yeah, you're too kind of a guy. I know I could beat you, but I just don't want to embarrass you.
Yeah, Josh is so kind he won't even play you in a war game, which is what chess is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's
a strategic mind war game.
He's so anti-war he won't even play checkers. No, because it's hostility. I shan't.
So they're gonna ban chess now?
Why wouldn't they?
Right?
Just kidding. I don't know if they're going. Why? Because it's a war game?
It's a war game. It's promoting war against two people.
Well, you know what the problem with it, as I see it here on this board, is it promotes a battle between whites and blacks.
Yeah, that too.
And that is a little antiquated.
And then why is the floor or the board black and red?
Well, in this particular case, yes.
Yeah.
Why is it black and red?
Why aren't the black pieces red pieces?
Yeah. Why not?
That would make. I'm sorry. Yeah, the white pieces, the red pieces.
They would just blend in.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But that would make sense.
sure. I think it needs a little bit more inclusion.
Now I'll spray paint them.
Give a raise to the bishop. Let's see. The bishop would for sure be like.
But that's what he's known for.
Well, he's a straight shooter, right? He's heteronormative.
He's a diagonal shooter.
Oh yeah. The bishop is diagonal.
Yes.
So he's like so he's rainbow color because he shoots sideways.
Well, kind of diagonal.
I'm talking about like the rook.
The rook. Oh, sideways.
This dude's a heteronormative breeder, right here. He just goes in straight lines.
Oh yeah.
This dude is solid. He's just straight.
Yeah, he's straight.
Straight. Yeah.
And then you got the knight.
The knight.
The only piece.
The knight is broke back.
The only piece that can jump over other pieces.
Right.
Yeah. The only piece. That's what his significance is.
And he turns.
Yeah.
He does right angles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
he
that's
does right
cool.
angles. Yeah, for sure. And then you get the pawn.
Pawn is important.
Very important. And he could only kill diagonal.
Yeah, he can.
He can't kill straight ahead.
He can mess up your whole day though.
Oh yeah,
Just
for sure,
lock
dude.
you into a spot for an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This little guy just
This
staring
little-
up
yep.
at you like, what are you going to do? I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let you sit there.
I'm just gonna let you sit there for hours.
There's no insignificant pieces on a chessboard.
Right, exactly.
They're all significant.
They all have a purpose.
Yeah, and if you work the game properly, then each move should be protected by another move. Mm-hmm. Right? You'd never just throw your knight or your bishop or your rook out there without protection.
Especially your queen.
Right? Your queen, you're not going to just throw her into the mix to capture a pawn.
Sometimes I do. Just throw people off.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the best,
Right.
most profitable move you can make in a chess game. But, you know, if you send them out there, they're protected by each other. They're like a family.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know that movie, Searching for Bobby Fischer,
Oh, yeah.
about chess?
Yep.
But this little kid, it was said that he moved all of his pieces in that way. Like he strategically moved the knight right here 3 times so he can bring his rook over here, and then his and then a horse right here. Like he would move his pieces in that way. That's crazy.
Yeah. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Chess is one of those things, man. It's like,
You seriously have to be humble
yeah.
to play it, because if you play it like you said you do, you get mad if you lose. Then
I don't like losing at chess, man. I don't know why it is. You know what it? I know what it is.
it's pride.
Now that I say it out
It's
loud, I know
pride.
exactly. Well, it is, because who likes losing? It sucks. But what it is it takes so much concentration and effort and strategy. I got to think this move and then 3 or 4 moves ahead, right?
Yes.
So I have to think. It's a heavy thinking game.
I know.
So when you lose, you have all this emotion and energy invested.
Wow, you get like that?
It's invested. It's there on the board.
You know how I take a
and
loss?
then you swing in and you knock over my king, and I'm like,
You know how I take a loss?
how?
As a learning experience.
No, I mean, there's always that.
I love to lose,
But what do you lose?
but I don't lose very often.
But what do you What do you learn when you lose at chess? Oh well, I shouldn't have moved the rook there.
Right, because you
3
can
moves
actually
ago.
remember patterns.
Sure.
You can learn pattern. Oh wait, I've made this mistake before, so maybe next time I won't do that.
Maybe. Maybe. I'll make that mistake 27 times before I learn that lesson.
Sorry, I'm a nerd.
I do that, man. I have the best early game, and then it gets like, once it starts getting late game,
Yeah.
I'm like,
When you're invested.
like, because the early game's all pretty normal. Move.
Set
Now,
your pieces.
trying to get the middle,
Yeah.
right? Try to control the middle.
Sometimes.
Figure out who's going to make the mistake. Mm-hmm. Figure out, all that stuff. So late game, and then it just gets exhausting.
So you just don't like it.
I mean, I like it. It just gets exhausting.
It does get exhausting, but that's what I like. Just a time to just sit across someone and just
Yeah.
get into somebody's mind.
I like playing it online because I don't have that emotional,
You have an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hit you up.
Don't even bother.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to play you. We're going to play.
That game's going to take a week and a half.
Dude, I play months with some people.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. I admire those guys who could play in prison. They memorize the board. And they'll tell you, rook to 3H or whatever. And you're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this thing. And then the guy in the next cell's like, 3H? Why would you make that move? All right, let's see. Noted.
Yeah. What would you make? The cell across the way.
You're like, that's a dumb move. That's because they're playing it in their head.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty great.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a long time in prison.
You ever watch those chess matches on YouTube?
No, I haven't.
Dude, what? You can't even see you like chess if you haven't watched a YouTube match.
No, because I'd rather play. I don't like watching. The only way I can watch is if I'm watching a movie.
It's so great,
or
though.
if the game is right in front of me. That's the only way it will keep me
That's how it is.
concentrated.
On YouTube, the camera's right on the
Yeah,
board.
but then I can't tell people stuff.
No, you can't.
That's what I hate. No,
But what you can do is watch the board and go, oh, I would do this or I would do that. And then you see if... Because these guys are pretty genius
right.
players, like top-notch, world-class players. So if you go, okay, I would move my knight to bishop to whatever, blah, blah. And then he goes...
B3.
Yeah, B3 or whatever. He goes, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move this. I'm like, why did he do that? I wonder why he did that.
Right.
And then in a few moves, he's got the guy in checkmate. And you're like, oh, see, I wouldn't have seen that. And then I would have been the king being hunted down by a queen and a knight running around the entire board at the end. One move.
Oh, man. I've gotten down to just kings
Yeah, that's
in games.
That's a mess. How do you even win that?
You don't?
That's a draw.
That's a draw.
It's like, all right, you killed all my guys, I killed all your guys.
But then I've also had games where I've had like 3 queens.
Yeah. Then what? Then you just smoke everybody.
You just trap them with the 3 queens on
You're
the
like,
corner.
let's see, do I want to figure out how to get you in checkmate, or do I just want to kill everything on
Yeah.
your team?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I want you to lay down your king.
Yeah.
That's probably the best feeling. Like, checkmate's great if you can get it while there's still a bunch of pieces on the board.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, oh my gosh, you're in checkmate. Oh, I rock. Right? Significance. I got it from putting you in checkmate in 4 moves. Like, that's awesome. Like, if you could get somebody in checkmate having not taken a piece off the board yet, that's pretty ridiculous.
It would have to be with the knight.
Right? That's one way. That's a great way
I
to
guess.
win. The other great way to win is just by beating you down so bad that you knock your king over. And I go, that's what I'm talking about. That's like tapping out.
Yeah, for sure. If someone hands you their king, it's because, oh yeah, you're gonna beat me in 5 moves.
Sure. He already knows.
Yeah. So here you go.
Here it comes. It's coming. It's
coming.
inevitable.
Do I want to show respect and hand the drop it and then hand it over?
Yeah.
Or do I want to just embarrass myself?
The submission is the best. That's why I think I like grappling and I like the jiu-jitsu game better than striking. While I myself favor being a striker,
Right.
rather than I do rather like the idea, and I like the feeling of when you get somebody in a triangle or an armbar or whatever else, and they admit you got it, right? They tap out.
Sometimes
And you're
they-
like, I did it. Like they're admitting.
Sometimes when I look at that and then their arm is like bending in a way that it doesn't belong to be bent, it's like, how does that even happen? It's like
Dude.
triple jointed.
Dude, right?
Or when they
crazy.
actually break the arm or they break the leg.
Dude, Tim Sylvia's arm got snapped in that match. I forget who it was.
Long time ago,
with,
yeah.
was with Frank Mir. I think, yeah, it was Frank Mir. Frank Mir snapped his arm, and he still got up and yelled at the ref, "What are you doing?" He was like, "Bro, watch the replay. Watch. Watch this. Watch. Yeah, bam. Your arm's broke."
That is so funny.
Because Silva was Tim Sylvia.
Dude, did you see
Was an animal.
Did you see McGregor's leg after his last fight?
Yeah,
Dude.
brutal. Do you want to take kicks like that from dude?
No way.
Nah, he knew better. He knew better. Had he,
They wanted a number 3,
dude,
and 3 is coming.
had he given away all his wealth and went back into the poorhouse to prepare for this fight, he would have won.
Oh yeah.
But when you show up to Fight Island on a yacht, you ain't fighting for much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He's the one who's paying people
Yeah, man.
to fight him. Hey, here's
Well, what's nice about him,
no, I don't believe that. But
what's nice about McGregor is that he, like with Cowboy Cerrone, because they're friends.
Right.
So it was nice of him to give him that fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Knowing that Cowboy would, make the biggest check in his career.
Yeah.
And he would lose miserably, but he still made a ton of money.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And Cowboy's a great dude, so it's like, all right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like he's paying it forward by
The-
letting people fight him.
That's cool. MMA. I mean, significance.
Yeah.
That need to be the best to get the belt.
Yeah. And once you've gotten it, or two, in different weight classes,
What's next?
I'm significant.
Like, what's her name? Nunez.
Oh, yeah, Amanda Nunez.
She has 2 belts.
Champ.
Nobody could beat her.
Nah.
Nobody.
No, she cannot be beat right now. That's
Right?
for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No,
and she is now known as the woman with 2 belts.
Yep. And so then you need to start seeking for other significance. Like, how long can I hold the 2 belts?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to work hard
Yeah.
to be the best and
How
keep
high-
these belts.
How high can I raise the bar? Where I feel like Conor McGregor did, he was like, how fast can I raise the bar?
Yeah.
How much money can I make in the process? All this stuff. And then once he got it, he was like, all right, I'm not going to talk trash anymore. Everybody's super sweet. Yeah, I want to fight you all, sure. Whatever. He's just not the old McGregor.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he
Yeah.
shouldn't be because he's he's got hundreds of millions of dollars now. He shouldn't be
He's
the
got
same.
his own whiskey.
Yeah, his clothing line is
Clothing,
everything.
yeah.
He shouldn't be the same guy, but he also doesn't have the same reasons to win. 'Cause
Right.
he's done it.
I thought it was sad that his girlfriend was crying when he lost.
Oh yeah, cry me a river.
Cry me a river.
Cry me,
Cry me a river.
yeah, cry me a river. Cry me a river. I'm gonna take my big yacht and I'm gonna drive it on home.
That was a huge yacht.
It was a what?
It was a huge yacht.
It was a huge yacht.
Dude.
I'm gonna take my big ass boat and drive home. Come on, man. He ain't hungry for nothing, and she can cry all she wants. She's still wearing that designer clothes.
Right?
Good for them. I'm not trying to
No,
throw shade.
they seem like a great couple.
Yeah, I'm not trying to throw shade. They came up from nothing,
I really believe he loves her.
and he did it.
Yeah.
Bam. But
And
he
what-
don't have to do it no more.
They're on kid number 2, right? Or his first kid?
I guess
Yeah.
they're not gonna have nothing to fight for either, unless he cuts them out of the will.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like if you figure you're Conor McGregor's kid, right? Then the Notorious.
The Notorious.
And then your kid, so you're going to plan in your mind, all right, so let's see, we're going to build up this whiskey company. We're going to build up this clothing company. We're going to build up all these things. This is significance.
Right.
Plays a role. And then your kid comes to you when he's like, he's been practicing, you know, obviously he's in martial arts as a kid. Because you have to be in it now as a kid. They're breeding fighters now. But unless you came from the slums of Mexico, or South America, or Thailand, right? You ain't going to throw a rich kid in that ring.
Oh, no way.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got to plan out. If my kid comes to me when he's
So you got
15, 16 years old and says, Dad, I want to be a fighter like you, you almost have to kick him right out the house. No money. Oh, you want to be a fighter like me? Huh? Well, you start where I started.
Wow, yeah.
Right?
Man, you're brutal.
See you on the other side.
You're brutal. I don't want to live in that simulation.
That's what you would have to do. Because otherwise you're going to put him in rings. You're going to put him in the fights.
Oh, the kid that gets everything compared to the savage.
He's not fighting for anything.
Right.
Did you want to put your kid in the ring?
Well, I guess he wants to be as good as his dad. That's what he's fighting for.
Come on, man. You'll never get there.
But you're still fighting a savage.
Yeah. If you're ever trying to compete with your dad on anything, you lost already.
Right.
You know, you lost already.
Something like that.
Yeah. You're done. Because there's no losing technically. I mean, I would not want to be a rich kid in a ring with some dude that grew up in the slums of Tijuana, boxing every day.
Because that's all he lives
with
for.
dollar signs in his eyes, willing to do anything to get what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that if I lose, I still got a big house to go to.
Right.
I'm going to eat good tonight. Nah, dude.
In the hospital.
I wouldn't put my son through that. I'm like, look, kid, I fought so you don't have to fight. Let's pick a different fight for you. Because there ain't no way in hell you're going to... I probably wouldn't tell him that. There's
Right.
no way in hell you're going to make it.
Right. Yeah, you would.
No, because I wouldn't want him to challenge me on it. Oh, watch, I'll show you.
Or damage his significance.
Right, or damage his significance. If I really didn't want him to fight because I knew he wouldn't be able to compete with hungry people,
Oh, man.
I wouldn't challenge him and be like, hey, you'll never make it.
Right. This guy drinks water with arsenic in it.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
You can't even drink the water in
Come on,
Mexico if you're not from there.
Yeah, come on. Look, I hit you with a pool noodle and you got knocked out, right? I mean, this kid's getting hit with sledgehammers. Yeah, you don't got the heart, kid.
He works 9 to 5.
This guy gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, goes to the gym, works out, works a 12-hour shift, goes back to the gym, cleans the gym, sleeps in the gym. Come on, man. You woke up at noon. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get your business degree.
Risk
You'll
it.
run.
I get what you're saying.
You know, you'll run. Get your business degree. You'll run one of the companies later, or maybe you'll run the whole thing later. But don't be a fighter.
Right.
I fought so you don't have to. You got a good life ahead of you. Just
Go fix computers or something.
come on, man. You know, what are you doing?
Yeah. Go build a computer.
Come on. I would take him directly to the slums of Thailand and watch him. You ever see those Muay Thai kids fight?
They're crazy.
Oh my God, dude.
I wouldn't want to fight that little kid.
They've got legit nothing to live for.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get the hell out.
Somehow. Anyway.
You offer them any kind of deal where they're going to come out. You don't believe they're going to come into that ring with fire in their eyes?
Man. Eye of the tiger.
Eye of the tiger while you saunter in your freaking Lambo? Come on, man. You're screwed.
And your rap music that you walk into.
Oh, yeah, your rap music that you recorded yourself in your studio in the basement.
That's pretty significant. Listening to myself.
That is it.
Walking into the ring
That would be
with a
the-
song from myself.
That would be the ultimate boss move. Dude,
And they get beat up.
Dude, I record a song. I do my walk-up song. It'd be a song I wrote and I performed.
Still recorded off a boombox.
That would be awesome. Just drive up in my Lambo, blaring my song, walk up blaring my song, looking at the poor kid across the ring who has no life in his eyes.
No song.
No song. Couldn't afford a song. Ain't no Sinead O'Connor coming out singing for your ass. There ain't nobody. You got crickets.
Nobody cheering for him.
Heck no, man. Who's this kid?
And you get beat.
This kid's got... Yeah. Who's this kid? That kid's Mike Tyson.
Oh, dude.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that kid was Mike Tyson. You sit across the ring from Mike Tyson every fight.
That's crazy. Thinking about that, yeah.
He was intense, dude, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
He'd stare at guys until they blinked.
Right.
And then he got an extra juice out of it.
Uh-huh.
I got you now.
He loved that.
I got you now.
He got a great kick off that.
Oh my gosh, dude. Then he'd go in there and just like, oh. Every time he did body shots, dude, when he got up right close,
I know.
You could feel it from home.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want any part of that. That dude could walk up to that ring and end it with any song and dominate.
No song.
No song.
No
But he
song.
came from poor, abused, lonely household, right? That was Mike Tyson.
Yep.
You gonna sing Conor McGregor's kid in with a kid from Brooklyn who grew up with nothing?
Right. Insane. That's insanity.
Insanity. Find your significance some other way, kid, because you're gonna end up in traction.
You're just gonna be a punching bag, bro.
Yeah. Look, you want to be take a nice safe route. Get into like jiu-jitsu tournaments where there's no striking, so you don't have to risk paralysis or brain damage. Right? Get your significance there, and then move on and run companies. You know, ain't no
Make a name for yourself there.
Yeah.
Go ahead. This kid over here, he was born with that fighting style.
Yeah.
Like, you're done.
Yeah. Dude, you can't take those leg kicks. Look, I would be ashamed of myself. Although I know there are guys out there, I'm not that delusional, but I would be completely ashamed of myself if I lost a fight to a 120-pound man. I would be. Now I know there's 120-pound men that can beat my ass. I get it. I know. I get it.
So it's not just in chess, it's also in life.
I get it. It's chess illustrates life,
yeah, it is
right?
life.
So I get it. But then take let's say a 12-year-old kid that grew up in Thailand and like swings those shin kicks from the hip. Oh, wah, bah, bah. You're like, oh my.
Those guys train on bamboo trees.
He's got no feeling left in his leg. The bones in his leg are like iron.
That's where kickboxer was, right? Thailand was that in Thailand?
Yeah. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jean-Claude. Right? Yeah, dude. I mean, they're full butt.
They actually do that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And a 12-year-old Thai kid that comes up to you and wants to prove that he's got
the leg.
Yeah, you just you're a cute little kid. Hey, you're cute, huh? I'll show you cute. Pow! Oh. Yeah, you won't forget that.
Just goes straight through.
What happened to your leg, Jake? I got kicked by some Thai kid in Phuket. Phuket's in Thailand.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Hey, a little hint to, if you come here from Thailand, God bless you. Welcome to the melting pot. But you can't name your place Phuket Thai. You just can't.
Oh, man.
Dude, there's a place in Huntington Beach, off Beach Boulevard, Phuket Thai.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you know what they had to do? They had to put next to the word Phuket, in parentheses, it's pronounced Phuket.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because it's spelled Phuucket.
Well, that's how we spell it.
That's how they spell it in English.
Right.
And it sounds an awful lot like F it,
Oh.
right? If you sound it
okay.
out. I drove by there like years ago when Carly and I drove by there. I was like, F it Thai. Except I said it because that's what it says. So I was just reading the sign.
Oh, man.
And the look on her face was shocking, for obvious reasons. But I was like, why would you put that sign up? That's a dumb sign. And then eventually they put up Pahuk. It's pronounced Pahukit.
Oh, man.
They're like, dude,
That's funny.
welcome to America, man. The melting pot is open to you. The American dream. The gates are open. Come on in and enjoy yourself. But figure out a different name for your freaking business, man. God,
That's so funny.
it's so dumb.
Oh, man. That's what their significance is now that they corrected. Mm-hmm. Right? This is how you pronounce it.
This is how you pronounce it. But we shouldn't have to pronounce it you should just come here and name your place like a name that we don't have to adjust to. Like it's not a racist thing it's funny because it's borderline racist. Like, hey, how come I got to adjust English because you put up a dumbass sign? My kid's going to read that sign.
Right.
And she's not going to read Pahukit. She's going to read something else.
Right.
But if you go into like Little Saigon, there's significance in Little Saigon. Significance is we don't want American English people coming into our stores. Do you know how they articulate that?
How?
By not putting any English on their signs. Like if we wanted English speaking people in our stores, we would put English on the signs.
Right.
It's very clear they only want Vietnamese people in their stores. I go, okay.
Right there in Garden Grove, huh?
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I would love to come into the place, but I don't know what it is.
Right.
Smells good. It looks like a place I'd like to eat, assuming there's food in there.
Assuming.
Yeah, but I don't know
Right.
because I don't speak Vietnamese. I got friends that speak Vietnamese, and unless I go there with them,
Right.
like, oh, we got a good Vietnamese place for you. Okay.
Some Vietnamese food is pretty good.
Yeah, pho.
Yeah.
Pho's pretty good, I hear.
Pho.
I've never had it, I don't think.
It's really good.
It's like soup.
Yeah.
Soup.
It is a soup.
All right, we're losing ourselves here. Significance of soup.
Significance.
No, significance. You're going to find your significance.
Of the place where you get the soup.
Yeah. So what would you have somebody say? How would you have somebody leave this podcast driven in a sense of significance?
Driven?
Yeah, like if they're finding significance in life, how would you have them do that?
I would just say press into the Lord and allow Him to work in you, to show you the gift that you have, and just allow Him to use that gift through you, and just knowing that you have your significance in the Lord, because that's where we all need to go for it.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense to me.
Yeah?
And I would just say, don't get your significance from something that's going to hurt you or hurt people around you.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a wrong focus significance. Smash that like button, subscribe, share, of course, with friends.
Yes, with friends.
With friends. And look, do all that. We love you guys.
Love you.
We'll see you next week.
All right. Peace.
Peace.